To make netherite armor, you will need some basic tools. Firstly, you will need a diamond pickaxe, as well as some pickaxe made of netherite itself. Secondly, you will need some blaze rods and some iron ingots. The next step is to create the armor pieces you need. Here, you should start by creating the helmet, chest plate, and leggings. You should then make the boots. To create the helmet, you will need to shape one netherite ingot into 2 helmet pieces. These pieces should be heated up and then socketed together using the blazing rods. For the chest plate, you will need to make 3 pieces. The 2 larger ones will form the chest itself. The smaller one should be used to join the 2 pieces together. The leggings should be made from 4 pieces. These should then be joined together with blaze rods to create the leggings. Lastly, for the boots, you will need to create 2 pieces. These should also be joined together with blazing rods. Once all the armor pieces are complete, you should craft them together. To do this, you will need to heat up the pieces and then fuse them together using the diamond pickaxe. The pieces should be placed on the crafting table in the correct order to create the netherite armor. It should take quite a few tries to get the right combination. Once you have the armor in place, you should heat up the diamond pickaxe. It is important to do this properly, as this will help create a stronger bond between the pieces. You should then proceed to craft the pieces together. This is done by slowly heating up the pieces and then connecting them together using the diamond pickaxe. It is important to ensure that you are not overheating the pieces. If you do, you could damage the armor pieces. It is also important to make sure that the pieces are evenly heated. You should then use the bayonet to fuse the pieces to each other. This will create a stronger bond between the pieces and will help the armor last longer. After you have connected all the pieces, you should then check to make sure that the armor is airtight. This can be done by using your hand or a cloth to press down on the armor. If air escapes, then you know that there is a gap in the armor. This can be fixed by filling the gap with some molten leather or any suitable material. Once the gaps have been filled, you should then polish the armor. This will give the armor a sleek look and will also help protect the armor pieces from damage. Once you have polished the armor, you should then check the metal bars. If there are any gaps in between the bars, then you should fill them with molten ore. After you have filled the gaps, you should then use a piece of cloth to buff the metal. This will help give the armor a shiny look as well as some extra protection. The final step of making netherite armor is to add some extra enchantment pieces to it. This could be done by using an enchantment table and applying the right enchantment to it. The enchantment pieces you used should depend on what type of armor you are making. For instance, if you are making full netherite armor, then you should add the full set of enchantments to it. After you have added the enchantments, you should then check the overall condition of the armor. If there are any gaps or weak points, then these should be fixed as soon as possible. Once you have fixed the armor, you should then apply an oil to the armor. This will help keep the armor in good condition and also provide some extra protection to it. The last step in making netherite armor is to apply some protective layers to the armor. This will help guard the armor against any potential damage from long-term usage. Protective layers can be applied by using either molten leather or leather shields. It is important to make sure that the layer is exactly the same thickness throughout the armor. Once you have applied the protective layers to the armor, you should then leave it to cool. This should be done for at least 4 to 5 hours in order to allow the armor to dry properly. Once the armor has cooled, you should then apply a finishing layer of oil to it. This will help give the armor a glossy finish and will also help protect it.